I've played a lot of Latinas very proudly, and I've spoken about this a lot, but over the years, I've grown more and more tuned into what feels appropriate and what feels authentic and correct for me to be playing in terms of playing Latinas. I always want to make sure in a role, if I can, represent the fact that I am Latina and that I have a parent who's brown. Um, but also in that same breath, because there's a lot about me that holds a lot of white privilege, and there's a lot of the culture that I didn't grow up with. There are a lot of roles that I am not the correct or most authentic choice to be playing. So there is a balance to it. And over the years, I've gotten um, more educated and I've gotten better at knowing what should be an immediate pass audition wise if it doesn't feel appropriate for me to be playing. And likewise, what are the roles that I think I could bring something to, and that my experience as, a second generation Latina does bring something of I don't know, value or authenticity to a certain role that's Latina. Um, so it's you know multi-layered, it's dimensional, it can be complicated. I'll give a shout out, if I may, specifically to Gloria Calderon Collette, who is an incredible showrunner and playwright and now a close friend who I have spoken a lot to her over the years about this subject, as she is Latina, writes and portrays a lot of incredible Latina roles, and she's been a huge mentor in that respect. But it's a process, ever changing, we're all students for life. So yeah, I guess just about judging each situation and trying to do what's best for the community if possible.
Oh, I love that. Oh, she's so fabulous. Speaking of roles, I'm so excited about your new show,
Yes,
Best Medicine.
best medicine. I'm
Medicine.
so excited
And
about
so
this show.
so it's based off a British show, is that correct?
Yes, based off and
Okay.
what I am learning increasingly is an immensely popular British show called Doc Martin.
Oh
Report.
yeah, I
You know Doc
know. Of course.
Martin?
I love British shows.
Me too. God, they're such good actors, aren't they?
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, so we are making a show based on Doc Martin, although it's very different. It's certainly its own thing. Annie, I love this show so much. I'm on we're doing 13 episodes, and we're about to start filming episode 9. So it's really
Wow.
flying.
My
Yeah, I
gosh.
absolutely adore I really do hope people love the show as much as we love making it, because it's been such a beautiful experience. We have an incredible cast. Josh Charles is playing our Dr. Martin Best. He's
Oh, phenomenally.
phenomenally talented. Annie Potts, an icon
Oh,
and a legend, is on it.
I love Annie Potts.
Josh Segara, who I'm such a big fan of. If you've seen Abbott Elementary,
I love Abbott Element.
so
You
he,
turned me on to Abbott
I
Elementary.
know because it's brilliant. I'm obsessed with Prince
It's
Brunson, but he plays the character from The District who sort of had a little bit of a romance with.
oh yes.
Yes, yes. He was also on
Uh,
every other show ever. I'm learning.
I know.
So brilliantly talented. Abigail Spencer. Like, we just have an incredible, incredible cast. Everybody is talented and also the loveliest human. And I can't wait for this to
Uh,
come.
did I read something about the original Doc Martin or something?
Yes, this is breaking news. The original actor who has portrayed Dr. Martin Best in the original Doc Martin is coming on to an episode of our show. It's the episode we're about to start filming next week. I'm so
Oh,
excited. And he's going to be playing R. Martin's father. The script is really, really fun and really interesting. And we're all on the set really nervous and excited to meet him. We're going to try to show him a really good time. I hope he has a
God.
great couple weeks with
You'll
us.
show him a great time.
We're gonna
Can
show
you
him a great.
what's that?
We're gonna show him a great time.
I can you what's your role?
Excuse me, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. You're so sick, did you say?
No, I'm just taking a little sip.
Oh, yeah.
It's cozy. It's autumn. Um, so I play a character named Elaine Denton, who plays. So the show is about
Yeah.
a character named Martin Best, who is a very successful surgeon. in Boston who very abruptly leaves his practice and moves back to the small coastal sort of fishing town that he spent summers in as a child growing up with his aunt. And he does this because he's harboring a huge secret that nobody knows about, and I will not spoil.
Come on.
It's sort of like a riches to rags sort of kooky small town comedy or an hour-long comedy.
Oh, I
And
love
I play his administrative assistant, his receptionist at his doctor's office, where now he's a PCP, he's a primary care physician, which is
that.
quite a different experience for him than being a surgeon in a big city. So my character's name is Elaine, and she's not a good assistant at all. She is not a talented receptionist, but what she lacks in administrative skills, she makes up for in people skills. And is one of is one of the first, I would say she's one of the most liked people in the town, our town, Portland.
Oh,
And he is by far and large the most disliked person in the town.
okay.
So they sort of balance each other out in the office. She manages front of house with a lot of fun.
Oh.
And he really kills the vibe in in these. So they make a good team, I think.
Oh, I love this. I can't. Do you know when it starts? Do you have any information about air dates or channels or?
We're on Fox.
Okay.
And in terms of when we air, I don't know, but like soon, not too far in the future.
All right. You'll have to come back for me for that one.
Yeah, of course.
Um, Gosh, I'm so excited about that now. I can't wait.
Yeah, I really do think people are gonna love it.
I
Because
agree.
we're having the most fun making it, and I always feel like you can feel that in a project.
1000%. 1000%. I
Yeah.
totally, it's like when you're making it with love and laughter, that
Yeah.
comes straight through. You
Yeah, it's just camp at this point. We're just
it's,
fun and hanging out with each other, trying to make each other giggle.
oh, I love that. Um, what was I just going to say about that? Do you get to improv it all on a show like this, or is it?
Yeah, some here and there. It's the set is very best idea wins and has been since day one,
Oh, I love it.
which is great. So yeah,
Yeah.
we definitely will throw little things in here and there. If, during rehearsal in the morning, a line is, we're bumping up against it. If we have pitches, we'll throw it out. But also everyone will, your fellow actors and our writers, our amazing executive producers that are there. We throw things out if something's not working or if we have a better um or if there's just like a better path for something. So yeah, here and there.
Oh, that's good to hear because you were always the funniest in my sketch comedy classes.
I disagree, but
All right. Um, Let me ask you something. So, like to prepare for a role or something, any character, but like you can talk about this, you can talk about whatever you want. What do you do like to prepare for it?
I'm somebody who doesn't do a whole lot of homework to prep.
Okay.
I will read the script as much as I can, at least a few times, and definitely do some work with what my character is doing in each script alone before I get to set, which will
Right.
really just be for me, it's getting up on my feet and reading with somebody and doing it all out loud. There are some actors who really enjoy doing lots of notes, pages sometimes, or
Hmm.
annotating their
Hmm.
script. That doesn't really resonate so much with me. I find until I'm standing up saying the words out loud, I don't know what's not working. I don't know what I don't know until I start doing it and there are holes. So I like to
Oh,
be active. I'll work with a coach. I'll read through, just see what feels right. Like you said, improvisation, like new things will happen as it's coming out of you. Um,
right.
I feel like, and this could totally change because things evolve.
Yeah, totally.
I feel like for me, when I read a script for the first time, I generally understand the story as well as I will understand it on the third and fourth read. There'll be new things, you'll discover little things here and there, but I
Yeah.
think for all of us, humans are just storytellers. We understand narrative character, like non-actors, just all of us. It's a human quality. Greta Gerwig used to has said that in interviews. I adore her, and she says like human beings, we kind of tell stories with story structure always. Like even when we tell a story to a friend, like there's a beginning, middle, and end.
Right.
Set up our characters a certain. So I think when we read a script, we pretty immediately understand it and
Mhm.
what the functions of things are. So I don't like to spend too much time doing this because it just, I think it kind of gets me in my head. It kind of overcomplicates things. And there's definitely something to be said about doing a lot of work. So on the day you can throw it away, which you will have to, because
Right.
like none that you can't hold on to any of that. It's not playable. But for me also, I don't like to get too lost in the like planning what I want to do, what's going to happen, or deciding way ahead of time. I want this moment to have this feeling. It just does, that's too hypothetical because then you'll stand up and start saying it and maybe something completely different starts happening because it's just not sitting in your body that way. So I like to be up saying it out loud with somebody. And then even that work, you'll get to set and then maybe your scene partner starts takes a total left turn and then that shifts you guys in this direction and then you have to keep moving there. So yeah, I like to go on instinct. I think a lot of the work I do is more about calming down and not being nervous or tense on the day.
Uh,
My acting teacher in LA, Anthony Mindel, incredible, says a lot of the it just get is really not about doing anything. It's about like not doing things so you can get out of your own way because you know like your body knows what it wants to do in a scene where you just there's a lot of blocks and things for me at least. So
yeah.
that's I'd say the bulk of my prep is just feeling confident in my perspective enough that on the day it's not too planned or preconceived or anything.
I love that. I always say to actors, there's like this voice up here judging you. You got to get rid of that.
Yeah.
Right? And just let it go. Oh, that's great advice. And I also like something that you said, which is like, your scene partner may take a left turn. I find so many times actors have so pre-planned their line that
Yeah.
they're not listening to their scene partner.
Right.
So that was a great point. I love that. I always go, your job is to listen and then respond. Don't
Right.
respond and have that response before you listen. That was
Right.
great. Thank you so much. Now, on set, some of the times things go off, like,
Yeah.
yeah. And how do you do that? How do you just, have you ever had a mistake or something that went wrong filming that actually they were like, wait, that was great? And he,
That happens all the time. And that's the
oh,
best stuff, especially in comedy. It's my favorite moments in a show or a film that is comedic is when you can really clearly tell it wasn't planned.
yeah,
Maybe it was something that the actors found on the day and then decided to keep in because it was making everybody laugh. Like that's what's funny about life. Like
right,
there like some lines can be witty and clever and there's so much value to that and those are great laughs as well. And of course comedy should be situational, it should be based on the story. But those little uh-ohs, that's the best stuff. I will say like the show that you mentioned that I did right after my first job, it was called Mr. Iglesias. It was a Netflix sitcom.
yeah,
And we had a live studio audience. So that's a huge lesson in when things go wrong, what do you do? Because not
right.
only are you getting it wrong in front of your crew or you, all right, sorry, let's go again. It's front of, however many people, 90, 100, whatever. So and also on that show, we had a lot of stand-up comics in our cast who that
Oh, good.
all is all of that is just things going wrong and finding a way to. So I have really fond memories on that show of people flubbing a line or making somebody else laugh when they weren't supposed to be laughing, or maybe a moment not really working. So somebody changing something and not telling anyone else, the rest of the actors, so that we would all be surprised and sort of react organically. That happened a lot on Mr. Iglesias, especially with Gabe with Fluffy, who played our lead, who was Mr. Iglesias. Yeah, so I there's so many moments like that. In comedy, I think it's so crucial to just roll with the punches. It'll probably be funnier.
Absolutely. I love that. So you have a big social media presence, right?
It's there. It's
Okay. How do you separate, or do you separate that Cree, that, brand? You're a you're a corporation in some ways. I hate to say that, but like you're the personality, you're the brand. So how do you separate that when you get off social media and off and not on downtime?
You
I don't know
know,
if I'm saying that right.
no, I understand what you're saying. I
Yeah.
mean, I think you kind of just said it. I that account has been public since I was 13, which is quite young. I can't say I would not maybe not recommend that, but it was always a part of my job. That's the only reason that page exists. It
I
was
know.
literally I was told by the people I worked for to do this. So, I have always looked at it as something separate and as a part of the job. I might as well be, it's sort of like giving an interview, right? Like I want to bring authenticity. I want to be honest, but this also not, it's not me and Annie at dinner right now, you know?
Right, exactly.
Remote.
Yes.
So like I think that keeping up a healthy boundary of this is not my private life, this is very public, and I'm approaching it the same way that I approach work, which is with connection, with integrity, with authenticity, but still with separation from my actual private life is
Mm,
is the way that I've learned to approach it. I always try to be very conscious of how many people will be seeing the things that I'm saying. I don't like to share any information that I can't verify is true. I don't ask people to do anything, whether it be political action that I haven't already done myself, things like that. So I've just always viewed it as a part of the job because for me, that's what it is. That shouldn't be the case for everybody. Like
yeah.
social media is complicated. Its relationship to the job industry is complicated, and some people don't want that and they don't want them to be connected, and that's completely valid and fair and should
Yeah.
not feel pressured to. But for me, it's always been a part of the job, so I view it that way. It's not my private life, you know.
Right. Oh, that's good. That I like that. Um, what was I just going to say about that? Oh, I forget. Yeah. But I do love that you use your voice for good. I will say that. I think you have a very clear, very compassionate voice that you generously share for people who don't have that voice. So I love that about you.
Thanks,
One
Amy.
of the many things. What do you think, Cree? I was just thinking about this. If you were, I happen to know that you're an insanely talented writer, but
Oh,
if you weren't acting right now, what do you think, I don't know, what would you be doing?
probably something maybe academic. I
Hmm.
do adore writing and reading and literature and the written word in general. So I'm not sure specifically what, but I always loved school. I love writing an essay. I love reading a book. So I think it would be something in that zone.
I
A little
love that.
creative, still in the arts, but yeah, I think I'd be doing some of this.
Some of that. That's amazing. You know what I wanted to ask you, and I totally forgot? How, I guess you might have answered it, but I do feel like you're very grounded. I think this goes with you having that compassionate, active voice. That's what I was going for. How do you stay grounded? Like, does your family keep you, I know you're a twin. I don't,
Yeah, absolutely.
who we love.
Yeah,
Another highly successful individual from Lori.
yes. My incredible twin sister, Jace Chiquino, ladies and gentlemen, who is a registered nurse now. Can you believe that, Annie?
No, I can't.
Isn't that wild?
I mean,
Um,
I can because she was always smart and very,
yeah. But
she's
just like the passing of time, I
yeah,
guess.
the past, that's the part I can't get. Like,
Um,
what?
but yeah, it's my family and my friends. I have the best people around me. Boring answer, but it's true. My mom is incredible and not in the industry, and my sister is amazing and not in the industry. And they are both not um like charmed or seduced by the job at all.
I've seen that.
Yes, yeah, you have. So their main concern has always been me, and they just view it as, a day at the office. So if
Yeah.
things are bad at the office, they're never on the side of Hollywood just for the sake of it being Hollywood. And also, like, even when I was a kid, like, I'd be in LA doing the show for 9 months and then we'd go home for the holidays and we were just home. Like, it was Queens,
Yeah.
the family. I also have amazing friends, most of whom are in the industry, but who all have similar upbringings to mine. And I think we all keep each other balanced and grounded and we hold each other in that way. But if anybody really deserves the credit for that, it's Lori and Jace.